I always get excited to see Meepo because it's so rare. I'm like, yeah, Meepo. Wait.
Well, there it is. They do manage to kill the Hawk in the bottom lane, and Tara is also going to die. Nande has a double kill on the Meepo.
I want to see if he moves the second Meepo for an early twin gate rotation. I actually thought he might with the Sven dying. You often see that kind of play, but maybe just sees the kills in his own lane as Antares will now be run down. 0 armor hero.
I'm just messing with you.
We were correct that they put the Jakiro with the Meepo, by the way. It's one of those things that, like, we were wondering if they were going to lane swap, and they do. And because of this, like, Meepo gets to just run at these heroes without punish.
Bring that out now.
And Tara's coming top, realizing that bottom's not working out so hot. They'll pop the Stormhammer, try to do some damage here to the Pugna, but Tomato nearly dead in the process. They will clean up the Nether Ward, and Kaori will still survive. Rotation from the Jakiro. Just needs one more auto attack. Stomp will do it.
Double-edged him down. So many double edges in that fight. 4 double edges. This is why the Helm of the Dominator build is very nice for Centaur. When you use a lot of double edges, you just need health. Here's that Meepo rotation on Taurus. You thought you could escape going to another lane.
I was gonna say, you always bring the Meepo through the Twin Gate early on. That is a classic, and now you are potentially losing the Sven. Yeah, he gets caught from the slow. They don't have an ensnare quite yet. They don't need it. He's accepted his fate. Nande 5-0-1 at 5 minutes into the game. They're up 3,000 gold. They get double Wisdom Shrined. And the Hawk might just die. Yeah, I was like, I think they just dive him, right? And they will exactly do that. Committing the Stampede from the off lane. Slow, because if he does, Kaori actually just kills him, because Pugna is level 6 now.
He's got stunned. I don't think you can kill him that easily. You are stopping him from farming, though maybe you hung around too long. They're going to try to turn 3-level difference on these supports.
Okay, the Croaker stun. Very nice from Fly. Without the Croaker stun, he actually turns around with Nether Blast and Life Drain and might kill Tomato. Kadaro mid lane. Oh, bailed out. He's gonna survive, but here comes the Hawk with the shapeshift. They just need to close the gap and get to the Jakiro. Smoke, try to protect him. Stampede, getting him to safety. Oh no, Boyle. Ensnare number 1. Ensnare number 2's coming. He tries to push himself to the high ground with the Hurricane, and well, maybe he didn't have the ensnare up, or I mean, I guess it might have missed. I didn't see. Either way,
it might have missed thanks to the Hurricane.
Okay, that's sick then. And Tara is chased on under the tower by the Puck. There's gonna be Abed on the Void Spirit, just surrounded here as they stomp as well. The poofs come out, they get another kill onto the Void Spirit. He's down to 0-4. As on a bigger prize, which is Tomato's Sven. Ice Path on the mark. Stampede to slow him inside the Macro Pyres. Yayo with the blink will stun him up as well.
With the silence, and then you have stuns nearby, especially with Howl, you could finish the job. It needs them to be separated though. This is
oh no, Kaori, he's gonna survive because the Nether Ward going for the jump now. Though with the Sven, they do manage to clean up one, but you are fighting into a Macro Pyre and a Meepo. Tomato stands no chance at all. As here comes the toss. Meepo is going at it. Get the ensnare. Oh, they have a coil still. Oh my goodness. All right, yep, you dead. The fact they took this whole fight without the coil, edit until the Nether Ward dies.
Even better because Jakiro is applying a bunch of attack slows, so the Nether Ward doesn't even die actually. Roche did 15 auto attacks.
Puck solo kills off Fly as he had a shield rune. Felt very safe for him to kind of go in.
I think you sacked this one. You sacked this one and let him finish farming it.
They're going for a deep wraparound. They're going to try and scout with the Wolves. They will get scouted under a Ward Sentry. They see the Puck. They jump in. Stun number 1, stun number 2, but he gets a Glimmer Cape and he's out. And the turnaround Sven instantly punished for this. He's gonna die. Nande does get the Mega Meepo off. They do not manage to kill him. Kaori's gonna burn here as they do manage to get a kill onto this Pugna, but Dahak now on the run. Sven did buy back for this, gets the cleave, takes down the Jakiro, almost gets pucked, but he still will survive, and Nande still has an Aegis. That will be his first life. Puck. And then finish off Antares. Yayo's gonna walk over, gets himself very close to finding the kill. Instead, they will get the... They do get the puck. Abed buys back to get the kill. Okay. Does it matter? There's still a Meepo. I can't tell if it matters.
It was honestly a lot better than expected.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Meepo is still alive. Level 17 now, whacking away your racks. That was a dieback on the Sven. How many buybacks got used there? 2 of the biggest ones.
The 2 big ones, yeah.
So, there's the GG.
This is out of control, as I would like to call it. Too big to fail. You choose your own saying, you know. Pipsquek+4 get themselves the win here in game 1 over VP. Very well done.
Granted, it's a lot of burst you gotta survive.
Yeah.
Especially as the game goes on. Centaur. One more. Fellow 4-legged hero.
Only level 1 in that scatter blast, so not a ton of damage from that, but does force the Sven out of lane again.
Since so many heroes came top, they're going to at least bully the Faceless Void, who gets trapped by the zombies in the trees, cannot move. And they might even get Fly here if Pugna can get in front for the body blocks.
Yeah, he's got him. And here we go. Oh, they commit Stampede to get him out. Sven might have got griefed there by the creep, the Croaker, using the good old tendrils of the deep, but he might actually turn now. He lives barely, pulls Antares under the tower here with the glimpse, but the Hawk just running at him, and now Abed chains on to 2, does have that Flame Guard running just long enough to kill the Sven, and well, they have a catapult down here, Antares as well. They a little bit of chip damage to the tower. And with Chen coming through as well, that is a dead tier 1 tower. Great. I feel like we are looking at last game in reverse. We are suddenly at a 6,000 gold advantage. I don't think it's as one-sided, but they're looking really strong. Mortar Kisses will take down the other. Chrono onto 2, and boy, oh boy. Antares is getting so much work done on the Snapfire as Storm Spirit's going to go in, but I don't think you have even remotely enough damage for this, and turns out he does not. Very slick play there from Tomato. Takes the Centaur from the hard camp to stun him up. Abed still protected by the shield rune top side. I don't think you can afford to really go on him while he has this. They will find Yayo on the Undying, and he's quickly cleaned up there.
He's so fast.
He has Chrono. Ooh. Okay, hold up. You're getting a nice static stormer here, but mind you, Faceless Void has the Aegis, and they have a pipe. They're going to completely reset. Disruptor just killed by these creeps from Fly. It's a glimpse to try and get Abed away. Instead, it lands him right next to Kaori, who could chase. Debating to do so, as Dahak will go in with them. The Remnant to finish the job, and Tomato, well, he avenged.
Kind of really prevent you from getting much done in your BKB anyhow. Double Chrono.
The Chronos, but do they have the damage? Are you seeing 4 staffs in? How did they do that? They hurricaned in their own Centaur to get the stun. They're stuck inside the static storm, but the pipe's doing so much work. Storm falling low, dying, but can they get out? No! The Mjolnir, the static charge proc just kills them all. Nande turns it around to get a death, like take out the Aegis, but
He's a Centaur. He's not the guy you want to jump.
oh,
That's an illusion.
Well, he sees the other two. Actually does manage to catch the real Ember Spirit, but Tomato just time walks in, stands on him, and they're afraid to go any further as the Storm Spirit is now out of mana. Mortimer Kisses will finish the mob, and Tars with a double kill now as the bashes lock down these heroes. The GG comes out, and boy, oh boy. That was a quick one. 4 to 30, 23 minutes. What is happening today?
I'm annoying because of that decay, the tombstone threat. But I feel like Broodmother has some.
The bottle starts coming in. That'll help reset him quite a bit. Oh boy. Are you shocked, Lane? Centaur is super dead. She does manage to get a courier, but actually gets Nande's boots on courier. That's rough. Don't really need boots to get this kill, and that will be a freebie, and Leshrac can now contest the Wisdom Shrine. It's almost like we've seen this.
Hit 6, you will still farm really quickly.
Yeah, it's true. You just need levels. Like, Brood is not like a hero that needs to win her lane by any means. Abed top lane here, gets hexed up. Deori gonna go for the shackles, and Yayo's just gonna do what damage he can, but with Tomato coming through as well, should be able to pick up the Shadow Shaman. Question is, can they get more? Requiem to fear off 2. Nande. Raze does connect, but that's about it. I'm kind of surprised he didn't try to like position behind the tree and maybe surprise him a little bit more. Boy is about to come online. Uh-oh. Nande.
No Requiem.
He just came in super aggressively. He gets the kill. Oh my goodness.
Usually
Naga, but we'll see. Looking for Abed bottom. Song of the Siren immediately. They need to cancel the Mortimer Kisses. They don't. Kaori will barely live, and there is going to be the Requiem right on top of Abed. Okay. They don't even get the foul play out of Kaori as well.
you need to defend mid though. Bring it into heroes. Exhibit.
That's a nice kill. They do lose bottom tower. It's going to be the blink reveal from the Lesh. Instantly finds a Snapfire, and Kadaro doesn't have a way of getting to Abed, but maybe they find a Hawk. Very quick. Gets the ensnare. Here comes the reel in. Okay, it's actually owning. Stomp to follow. Centaur, no way to get out with this Stampede.
Charts though.
Yep. Cleared out top tower, no problem at all. Abed, with the help of Antares and the Mortimer Kisses, actually don't have the damage. He was afraid to commit onto the high ground with that Amplify, which, oddly enough, he's going to go in now, and they will get that kill. Will burn to this, or will should die to the Soul Burn, but Lesh actually just takes down 40 HP. Abed's going to live the raise, though. We'll do it.
What's the Naga's build? Is she still building like a support? Currently.
Mid lane. X out. Do they get the catch? They do not. Instead, they will settle for the Snapfire as the Cookie is able to bail him out. Fly will get caught from the ensnare and pulled right back in. That will be 2 kills here for the Pipsqueks.
It does
Bottom
start
lane.
to go late.
Nande,
Sentry here.
Big one. Oh, actually Blink dodges it initially, but still will get the kill onto the Snapfire. Kadaro with the ensnare here onto the Centaur, and yeah, Diabolic Edict does not care.
I think Blink is actually still okay because you can use Song Blink. They find the Shadow
They
Feed.
caught him. Song of the Siren. All right, let's see if they can get out of here, though. Mortimer Kisses doing a lot of damage. Requiem, but Abed's got the BKB. Still, Nande is very healthy. The damage, it's finally going to start stacking up, though. Abed needs to bail. Stuck inside of the shackles here, though. The Broodmother in some trouble as Dahawk tries to come in to bail him out with a stomp, but this Leshrac is destroying them. And honestly, this Naga Siren did so much work. Triple kill, it's about to be an ultra. 5 for 1.
Soft base to improve your micro abilities.
Yeah. You're definitely not wrong. Smoked up. They are invis currently as Leshrac is going to be able to get on top. A huge stun does come through, but they manage to get the BKB off on the Broodmother, but he's not doing any damage. The Song of the Siren is here to try and just heal up his whole team. Does manage to catch Fly as well as Antares, and well, Leshrac's going to chase, get the stomp onto 2. Abed's going to come in, but the BKB is out from the Lesh. Nobody really falling all that low except for Kadaro. Abed, wait a minute. Oh, will get his BKB off now, but can they actually turn? Can they bail out the Lesh? He went in way too far.
Rest
His team unable to chase.
Keeping their eye on this. Shadow Fiend is not a fast hero.
Oh, that's going to be a shackle and probably a kill onto the Snapfire. Does get the Orchid to try and assist, but mid lane, Centaur Stampede. They actually managed to catch the Shadow Shaman. There's the Song of the Siren. Waterbrick Kisses, they are out. They're going to try and get the kill before he can do anything. The Requiem does connect. The Fear is out. Abed with the BKB goes in. And now Tomato, he's been sitting on the high ground patiently looking for his opening. Rooted up. Going to be able to pop the BKB now. Get to work onto the Shadow Fiend. No, he's just going to turn his attention over to Yeo. He's not really getting much out at the moment. Back over to the Leshrac. His BKB comes out. Abed needs to be careful. He's low on resources. Does pop a Greater Lotus. Dodges the stun for the moment. They send in a great stun from Antares. The Centaur stomp to follow. They clean up big. That is kind of working. Like, Riptide is getting a lot done here, but Centaur Stampede. They find the Shadow Fiend. The Song of the Siren immediately to bail him out, but he's gotta be careful. There's a lot of damage coming in from this Snapfire. Shackles onto the Hawk are gonna expire, and in goes Abed with a BKB, and Tomato as well is gonna get to work, just ripping through the Naga Siren. Nande will go ahead, pop the Requiem. The BKB is out from the Spider, and my god, he's doing so much damage. Leshrac's gotta be careful. Tomato is scary, man. Gonna get hexed up as the buybacks come in from the side of the Radiant. 3 of them. Look at the chain stuns here. The Shackles. Tomato needs to get out, but the Shackle once again, the Hex, everything being thrown, they get the kill. And he does not have a buyback.
A very expensive Roche fight, but you do win. Secure yourself this Roche, the 3rd Roche, mind you. So Refresher and Cheese are on as well. Ooh, Storm testing the waters on the Zip Steel. That would have been insane. One more try? Ah, not quite, not quite.
Yeah, the class. It actually is up right now. They could have maybe made a play, but against an Aegis, it's not worth it. Just trying to play a little bit more defensive right now.
Oh, Brood, you gotta be so careful here.
Ooh, they're gonna jump in, look for him. They get the Hex. Stampede, though. The Hawk will bail him out. Reel in. Kadaro in some trouble. Tomato still holding the BKB. Storm Spirit just lets it rip, goes in. Yeo now needs to be careful. Tomato needs to find his opening. Gets hexed again. Wait a minute. Does he have the BKB coming off in time? He does not. Shallow Grave comes through, trying to buy him some space.
It's a life steal.
The damage from that Bloodthorn. They get the kill, and Tomato's gonna live. He needs Insatiable Hunger. It's up in 8 seconds. Abed continuing to just rip this team apart. Putting him on his back is, well, here comes the Aegis. 2nd life from the Shadow Fiend, but your Broodmother is back, baby, and he is hungry. Looking for an opening. He's just going to turn on to the Undying. Bloodborne is out. Can't do anything about it, and Storm Spirit will help finish off the Shadow Fiend. How in the heck did they do this?
It's, again, a bit of a messy initiation. It's so tempting. You see the Broodmother, you're pretty sure she doesn't have buyback, so they blink, go for the Hex, but Broodmother, you know, running around the trees, running around the cliffs, they can't get a clean initiation. It forces the whole team to slowly run up the triangle, and that's where VP was set up. They look to be going straight throne with this, the way they're positioning.
You definitely do. There's no buyback on the Shadow Fiend. We already know this.
Oh, look at the Insatiable Hunger damage.
Insatiable Hunger attack speed. Undying instantly dies. He's going to buy back. Now, you still have a few more seconds on this buff from the Broodmother, and I think this will be more than enough to finish the game. The BKB out from Yeo, but just like that, the game crumbles, and it's going to be Virtus Pro that walk away with victory.
Spiders love the taste of buildings. They just cannot get enough.